Sergeant Stretch reporting for duty, sir.
Hi kids, I'm Sgt Stretch, and today we're getting ready to do some yoga. So let's go ahead, have a seat on your yoga mat or just on your floor at home. And we're going to sit cross-legged. And just get nice and comfortable here. Sit up nice and tall. Roll your shoulders back a few times. Good. We're going to start by sitting here quietly together for 5 breaths. So let's all close our eyes. No peeking now. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, and you can exhale with sound. That's one breath. Let's take a second breath. And exhale. Inhale deep. And exhale. That's 3 breaths. We have 2 more. Big breath in. And exhale. And let's take one more nice, big, deep breath in. And exhale. Perfect. Opening your eyes. Welcome, everyone. Now that we've taken a couple of deep breaths, just to slow ourselves down a little bit, we're going to go on and roll over onto all 4s. And we're going to find our way into downward facing dog. So pressing into your toes, and you want to come into like an upside down V here. Maybe just pedal your feet a few times, like you're taking your dog for a walk. Give your head a little shake. Give your tail a little shake here. Just loosen everything up. Perfect. And then let's step our hands all the way up to our feet. Perfect. And then we're just going to hang out here for a couple of breaths. So just let your arms dangle, give your head a little shake. Just relax. Good. And now let's look up and take a big, deep stretching breath all the way up to the ceiling as we start through a couple of sun salutations. So I want you to breathe out and I want you to reach down and touch your toes. And now bring your hands to touch your knees. And bring your hands all the way down to the mat and step back into Sgt Stretch's favorite, push-up position. From your knees or from your toes here, let's lower all the way down to our mat. Turn your toes under and let's lift for cobra. You remember, this is a snake pose. Just finding a little back bend here. Oh, that feels great. Good, let's flatten all the way down. And then now we're gonna do a push-up from our knees or toes and come back to downward facing dog. Excellent. Stepping up to your hands. Let's take a big stretch all the way up like we're reaching for the sun. And then come down and touch your toes. Bring your hands to your knees. Take your hands back down to your mat and step back into that push-up position, lowering all the way down again. Moving into snake pose, cobra. Bending our back a little bit, look up. Good, and flatten. And press back to downward facing dog. Let your dog's tail have a little waggle here. He's happy. Good, and one more time, let's step up to our hands. And reach all the way up. Reach for the sun. And one last time, let's reach down for our toes. Bring our hands to our knees. And then bring our hands all the way down to our mat. Step back and lower all the way down. Perfect. Turn your toes and lift from your mat, coming into cobra. And then flatten all the way down. And press back to downward facing dog. Press from your knees or your toes, depending on how strong you feel today. Finding that downward dog position. Good, and step your feet all the way up to your hands. And then just let yourself relax here. Shake it out a little bit. Good, and take one big stretch breath all the way up to the top. And bring your hands down to your heart. Perfect. All right, we're gonna have a little bit of fun here. So we are going to reach all the way up as high as you can. Maybe come up onto your tippy toes and then come down and have a seat in chair pose. So it's like we're sitting with no chair. Take a big reach and stretch all the way up and then come down and have a seat. Big stretch all the way up and then come down and have a seat. How comfortable is this chair? Kidding. All right, let's stand it up, shake it out. We're out of our chair. Now that we're warmed up, we're gonna work a little bit on balance today. So we're gonna start by coming into tree pose. So here we're gonna be standing on one foot. So I want you to lift one leg up and put it to the side of your leg. So anywhere that's comfortable for you. And then if you can bring your hands to your heart. And then if you can keep your balance, see if you can lift your arms up. So like you're growing your tree branches really nice and tall. And maybe give those branches a little wave, like leaves blowing in the wind. Perfect, great balance. Let's step down. Give your feet a little wiggle. All right, let's go ahead and do it on the other side. So pick your other leg up and let's come into that tree posture. Find your balance first. You can always hang on to something if you need to here. Good, let's take our tree branches up and let's see if they can blow in the wind. Perfect. And let's step back down and give our legs a little wiggle. Well, you know that Sgt Stretch loves jets, jet airplanes. So we're gonna go into Warrior 3 pose, which also looks like a jet, or we call it jet pose. So we're gonna start by stretching our arms out really nice and wide. And then I want you to kick one leg back as you lean forward. And then here we go into jet mode. Bring your hands back by your sides like you're flying really, really fast. Hold your balance. Take a deep breath in, and I want you to breathe out with sound. Almost like the afterburner sound of a jet. Perfect, let's stand back up. All right, we're gonna do that on the opposite side. So stretch your arms way out. Find your balance as you kick your other leg back. Find your balance. And then tuck your hands back by your sides. Take a big deep breath in and big exhale. Perfect, then stand back up. All right, kids, we're gonna do one more balance pose. So this one's kind of fun. It's called crow. And if you have a pillow, you can always take a pillow and put it by your head here. So if you feel like you might end up doing a bit of a somersault. So we're gonna crouch down really, really low. So crouch right down like we're coming into a little squat here. And then you're gonna put your hands down on your mat or on the floor. And then you wanna take your knees and put them as high into your armpits as you can. So knees go into armpits, and then you just wanna lean forward until you find a little bit of balance here. And maybe you can pick up one toe, maybe you can pick up two toes, and tuck them up. Perfect, that was excellent. All right, let's come all the way down onto our mats and come into resting child's pose or idle pose. So lying down on your mat, put your head down, close your eyes, and we're gonna stay here for 5 slow, deep breaths. Perfect, and then let's crawl out and lie all the way down on our tummies. And this is called crocodile pose. So we're just gonna lie down here and we're gonna rest for the last couple minutes in class. So this is where we get really comfy, really relaxed. I want you to close your eyes. So just rest your head down, close your eyes, and we're gonna take about 10 breaths here. So being really quiet and really as still as you can be. Good, and we're slowly gonna start to sit up from here. Just getting comfortable, maybe sitting cross-legged or maybe kneeling. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Sgt Stretch, for today's yoga class. And we'll finish how we always do, with our hands at our heart. And the way that we say thank you to one another in yoga, we bow our heads and we say namaste. Namaste, everyone.